for 2.5 years now.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously all the social is your business name and how everybody can get a hold of you, which is kind of catchy name. I like it.
Yeah. And I was surprised it was available like on all the platforms, because, when you go and like get your names for all the social media platforms, and it was available when I signed up. So I was like, oh, this is a sign. This is definitely my calling.
Definitely fortuitous. And, certainly, that another big aha is like, okay, that was meant to happen.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So, Marisa, what would you say your biggest or your greatest strength is?
Oh, wow. Am I in an interview right now? My greatest strength, I think, is just being able to, oh, wow, this is tough. Trying to think. I think that one of my greatest strengths is really being able to identify and understand other people's thoughts. I don't necessarily think that I align 100% with people in terms of their life or their outlook on life, because my experience is different than other people's. But having exposure to all different types of businesses, personalities, working for myself, working in agency life, living in San Diego now, I'm from San Diego, and then also living on the East Coast, I've been really exposed to all different types of people, all different types of cultures, certain things, and just being able to respect that part of people, how they think. I think it's really beneficial for me in terms of my personal and business relationships, because I understand what it will take to get the job done. And if they need someone to talk to, great. If they need some info about their business, great. But I understand that, and I can tap into that just by identifying with them on one specific aspect based on what I've experienced in my life.
Okay. Flip side of that, what would you say your greatest weakness is, though?
Oh, my greatest weakness is probably, it's funny, spending too much time on social media. I think it's funny and ironic because it's my business. I need to be on social media, but sometimes I can get wrapped up in like the fun stuff of social. Like I'm like super into space and space photography. So sometimes I get lost in like reading about some stuff from NASA and like learning about that stuff. And I understand that that's more so it could be distracting from other things that are going on in business. And I need to, now I need to understand that I shouldn't always be on my phone, because it can be distracting to getting the work done when I need to get it done, and I think that that's one of the things but I need to be on it because it's my business. So it's like finding that balance and, like we said before, time management. And saying, you know what, I'm just going to get this stuff done so I can relax and be on my phone and look at pretty pictures of rockets and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, that's me.
So with the business that you're in, obviously you have to have brainstorming time and times to get your ideas together. Now, is there somewhere that you go to do your brainstorming? I mean, do you like go out on walks on the beach or something like that?
Yeah, I'm huge on. I don't really do a lot of nature things, but that's one of my things that I want to do this fall is like get out and explore new parks and beaches and just kind of like take it all in. But right now I do a lot of like brainstorming while I'm like at a coffee shop. I have an office at my house, and I use it a lot. I'm here now, but I realize that, sometimes I just have to change my scenery and really focus in on the creative side of my brain, and really just kind of let things flow out on paper and or a voice note or whatever. And that's kind of how we came up with like the name for the hashtag no boring PowerPoints. I mean, it's like, that was just kind of, hey, I'm at a coffee shop. I'm, wired on black coffee, and I'm, there was some piano music playing, and it just kind of like came up to me. I think changing your scenery once in a while can really spark your creativity.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very true. So for someone that, perhaps wanted to get into a similar space as what you're in, how would you
Mm-hmm.
describe your day-to-day at a very high level for them, so they'd kind of be able to have a better idea of it?
Yeah, I think that, social media, I am very big on like strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in the beginning, when I first was saying I was going to do social media, a lot of people just think, well, like I can open up my Facebook app and I can post for this business and just kind of figure it out and hope that it turns into a sale. Now, while that is fine, and I don't do that for my clients because it's like a full-time job. What I can do, though, when someone's trying to break into the space, is really finding out where they want to specialize in, because there are a lot of people that help with social media. And I think in the beginning, I was unsure of where I would specialize in myself. And what I really thrive on is really figuring out and helping someone come up with their strategy, where they're going to post, what they're going to post, how is it going to look, and even helping them come up with that, those visuals, because I do specialize in visual content. I am not a graphic designer, but I have that creative bone in me. And I think that, if you are trying to break into the field, really just tapping into like what you love to do. And I think a lot of people think that they want to have a social media agency with like, all these clients and a bunch of employees, but they're not good managers. Like what are they really going to thrive in an agency setting? Talk to agency owners, see if that's something that they want to do, or do they want to do collaborations with other people. Like I work alongside website people that have their own business, and we do projects together. I would never want to hire someone like that, because I'm not I don't want to do that. Like I want to help other businesses, but I don't want to have an employee under me. Like I don't agree kind of with that model. It doesn't fulfill me. It's not something that I'm interested in. So I think really just tapping into that and what fulfills you as a person would help direct you and where you want to go with your business and what you can offer people.
Okay. Now, as our final main major question for you, it's one of the ones that I actually like asking people, probably more than most of them.
Yeah.
If there's something that you can tell us that most people don't know about you.
Oh, wow. Wow. I feel like I shared a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, most people, I don't know. There's so many things. I feel like I share these things online because what happened, when I was like doing my first, social media clients and stuff, I really was relying a lot on my resume and like my experience of, 10 plus years at that time, 10 plus years in digital marketing. And of course I know what I'm talking about, but, a lot of people don't know that I, have, I can sometimes, be hesitant to come out of my shell and like be out in the open and be on a live video or go to a public, meetup, because, I'm not sure how much I can how much value I can offer, so I always think about that. Like someone might not know that, like, if I go to a meetup group and I might be smiling and stuff, I still feel like I don't belong there, or like I have a lot of I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm like, I have a lot of I still feel like I'm growing a lot as a person and a business owner. And I think while I put a lot of my stuff that I'm passionate about, and I try to, be vulnerable out on social media, I still have trouble sharing when I am like that, even, when I meet people. And I think that, being in social media, you have a lot of pressure to be out there in the open and talk about your life and stuff like that. But there's still a lot of things that I don't share with people because I just don't, I don't feel comfortable, or, I'm not ready to share with the world. I think I share, my weirdness in terms of my space photography and getting lost in outer space. But like, I think there's a lot of things that are more in depth, that if you sit down and have a coffee with me, or maybe a drink, you'll learn a lot more, and that'll take some time to get to crack the shell, get into the surface, inside.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We both have that similar quirk, and we both have podcasts, and we both do videos and things. We throw ourselves out there in public, yet at the same time we stay behind the shell. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah. No, people think that I'm not an introvert, and I think sometimes they're like, you're an extrovert, you're always out there, you're always social. I'm like, yeah, but like, they don't know what's going on in my head or what I'm thinking about when I'm there. I'm kind of just like, I'm present, I'm trying to offer value, but I'm also thinking about, space or like, where's my next vacation or something, some really weird things. But
yeah, or where's the door? Sometimes.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I know, but that goes back to the, do I really need to question? Like, if I have to ask that question about going to a meetup, I don't go, because I know that I'm already going to not have a good time. I know that I'm not going to provide value to someone. I'm going to dread being there. And, it happens sometimes. I get overwhelmed I get overstimulated with talking to people, and I'm just like, I just want my alone time. I've been on social media all day, or like I've talked to a billion people all day, but I just want to be alone, So it happens.
And that's okay. It's okay to do that. Nothing wrong with it. Well, we kind of got the questions out of the way, but people are going to want to be able to reach out to you because you're such a wealth of knowledge, and you have so many different things you can help people with, from the social media to the design elements, just the knowledge. You have a Facebook group that people can be part of and be able to pick up the drips of information from you. And we obviously you have your website with allthesocial.com, but if you can mention maybe the Facebook group, and then also I guess people can connect to you on LinkedIn as well.
Yes. So my Facebook group is Collabs, Convos, and Coffee. You can get that at Facebook groups, facebook.com/group/collabs and convos. You can, it should be there. It's also on my profile on Facebook. So I'll give you the link to my profile and you can find it that way. But yeah, I am at All The Social on all the platforms. So you shouldn't have trouble finding that. And LinkedIn, you can reach me at linkedin.allthesocial.com, and it'll take you right to my profile.
Cool. Got a little subdomain there to make it easy for people.
Yes.
So
yes. It's one of my systems,
I do some giving a mile long URL is, let's shorten it.
Right, exactly.
Cool. Well, Maria, or Marisa, it's been great having you on here and being able to pick your brain a bit and get let the listeners get to know you a little bit better.